Good afternoon and welcome to the Newcastle County Public Safety Promotional Ceremony for 2015. I am Lieutenant Benjamin Feldman, Commander of the Professional Development Unit. I now ask that everyone please rise for the posting of the colors and remain standing for the singing of the national anthem.
Detail. Halt. Left. Peace. Precinct. Halt.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watch, with so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rattling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Order! Halt!
Ready. Ready.
Right. Please. Over. Halt. Left. Out. Right. Out. Right. Out.
You may be seated. Thank you, Detective Smiley. I would now like to ask Emergency Medical Services Chaplain, Father John C. Boyd III, to come to the podium for the invocation.
Let us pray. O God, who is greater than the most powerful forces in the world, enable us to be still and know that you are our God. As we come gathered today to honor those in the service of the people of Newcastle County, grant them strength, comfort, and perseverance. We ask this in your glory. Amen.
I'd now like to take a moment to recognize some of the distinguished guests who have joined us here this afternoon. The list is somewhat lengthy, so if we could please hold our applause till the end. First, the County Executive, the Honorable Thomas P. Gordon. The Chief Administrative Officer for Newcastle County, Mr. David Jamal. Thank you, sir. The Deputy Chief Administrative Officer, Samuel Guy. The Chief Human Resources Officer is with us today, Christine Dunning. The Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Michael Koof, is here. The Chief of Administrative Services, Tony Gardner, is here. Of course, the Director of Public Safety, Mr. Joseph Bryant Jr. is here with us. And the risk manager for Newcastle County, Ms. Cheryl McDonough, is here. Ms. Bonnie Wu from U.S. Senator Tom Carper's office is joining us. Mr. Mike McGowan, U.S. Senator Chris Coons, Newcastle County Director, is joining us. Delaware Attorney General, Mr. Matt Dem, thank you, sir, for coming today. District 1 Newcastle County Councilman, being represented by his aide, Chrissy Roberts is here, representing Mr. Joseph Loretta, Councilman Joseph Loretta. Representing Councilman Robert Weiner is his aide, Lois Hinkle. Representing Councilman Powers is his lady, Ruby Dillmore. Councilman Jay Street is here with us. And representing Councilman Bill Bell is his aide, Karen Barlow. The Newcastle County Deputy Sheriff Stuart Snyder is here. Representing Chief Ogden of the University of Delaware Police Department is Lieutenant Bobby Simpson. Representing the Newark Police Department is Deputy Chief Mark Farrell and Deputy Chief Kevin Feeney. Representing the State Fire Marshal's Office is Chief Deputy Mr. Alan Brown. Eric Haley is here, who is President of the Newcastle County Fire Chiefs Association. And Major Melissa Zebley is here, representing the Delaware State Police. I thank you all for joining us today. Can we thank these folks for joining us? Also, I'd be remiss, I have Colonel McQueen from the Delaware State Police. Just saw you there, sir. I apologize. I'm glad I glanced the weird one last time. At this time, I would like to call upon the Director of the Department of Public Safety, Mr. Joseph Bryant Jr., for some brief remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our promotional ceremony here at the Paul Sweeney Public Safety Building. Today, we'll recognize 14 promotees who represent all 3 divisions within the Department of Public Safety. We are extremely proud and very excited to host this ceremony to celebrate the promotion of these professionals who have successfully reached, in some cases for the first time, a leadership role within the Department of Public Safety. So I congratulate you, promotees, for your accomplishments. And with accomplishments come many expectations as it relates to your new leadership role. For instance, I expect you to serve as a strong, effective, and positive leader under the direction of Colonel Setting, Chief Tan, and Chief Miller. We collectively expect you to serve as a true and effective role model. And we also expect you to be that advisor, that counselor, that teacher to provide support to your many officers, paramedics, and members of our 911 Communications Center. We expect you to lead by example, both on and off the job. And we expect you to continue to serve with that pride that got you here in this position today. So we look forward to working with you in the future. Now, as I have in the past, I would like for everyone except for the promotees and their immediate family to stand with me and recognize the new promotees. So if you would rise. Give them a round of applause. Once again, thank you for being here with us today to support our new promotees. It takes a team to put something together like this. And I will always start with our county executive, Thomas P. Gordon, who always leads the way. Our Chief Administrative Officer, David Malty, our HR department, who played a major role in putting these individuals in a position that they are, our Professional Development Unit, and so many others. So thank you so very much for your support, and we look forward to the rest of the ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, Director. At this time, I'd like to call the Chief of the Newcastle County Police, Colonel Elmer, and setting the podium for some brief remarks.
Hello and welcome. I just want to take a minute to explain the situation. One of our promotees is not here today. Newly promoted, Major Wendy Feaser's mother is literally battling for her life in a hospital in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Also take this opportunity to thank Colonel Nate McQueen, who got her up there safely when we were able to get her up there very quickly. Thank you, sir. And she's not here today, but she's with us in spirit and heart. I'd ask you to bow your head just for a second and send a prayer her way as her mother attempted to survive a very serious stroke. That being said, here we are looking at another packed house. In 2.5 years, we thought that this would wear off and people would be bored as we promoted 24 sergeants, 11 lieutenants, 9 captains, 3 majors, and reintroduced the lieutenant colonel's position. But here we are again, very, very proud to look up and to look out at all the different divisions and everyone who serves. And as always, we recognize the dignitaries individually. I'd like to recognize my command staff. Not present today is Captain McLucas, one of the patrol commanders. However, everyone else, with the exception of Major Feaser, is here. Lieutenant Colonel Matthew Jameson, my Deputy Chief of Police, Major Vaughn Bond, Operations Commander, and Major Wendy Feaser, Administrative Branch Commander, Captain Trish Davies, Chief Detectives, Captain Laura O'Sullivan, Patrol, Captain Quentin Watson, Special Operations, Captain Crow, Grants and Technology, and Captain Merle, Professional Development. I thank you all. We have built one of the most diverse and capable command staffs I have ever seen in my short time in policing, and I'm so proud to serve with them and the rest of you. And thank you for being here. I look forward to these promotions, and I look forward to seeing what we can do in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel. I'd now like to ask Newcastle County Executive Honorable Thomas P. Gordon for podium for some remarks. Sir.
Thank you, and good afternoon to everyone. It's very hard to recognize all the dignitaries. I think Senator Nicole Fuller, our favorite senator, might stand up so you're here today. And we have Inspector Harris, I think, from but these are great times, and it's particularly great to have the Attorney General here, because we're so very connected to the Attorney General, and it's very tough for him to break the schedule to come here. So it's great to review that, the work of these officers, because promotions are a good thing. You're joining a great team, and I have to always commend Joe Bryan for the way that he runs public safety. I know Jay Streets is the chairman of public safety. He doesn't have to worry about the problems that other people have, and neither do I. We can work on things like Red Pool and stuff like that. And it's a pleasure, but we take it for granted that you've got a great command staff with Chief Setty, with Chief Miller, and Chief Can. And to the promotees, I want to congratulate you on joining a great team and a great management team. There's a lot of great things that we're still going to do in the future, and it's great to have Chief Parker here. We have a lot to yet to accomplish, and we've come so far, but we still got quite a ways to go. So I welcome you aboard, and we're going to move on with the promotions. Thank you.
Thank you, County Executive. County Executive, I'd now like to ask you to come to the front of the room with the Director and the Colonel for the presentation of badges for the Division of Police. For those of you being promoted, when your name is called, please rise and join the Colonel at the front of the room. Lieutenant Colonel Matthew J. Jameson. Matthew Jameson has been promoted to the rank of Lieutenant Colonel. Lieutenant Colonel Jameson has been a member of the Newcastle County Police Department since 1984. During his tenure, Lieutenant Colonel Jameson has been assigned to the Patrol Division, where he worked as a field training officer. Lieutenant Colonel Jameson worked as a patrol sergeant, office supervisor in the Fiscal Control Unit, patrol lieutenant, and executive staff officer in risk management. Lieutenant Colonel Jameson has been the section commander of the Criminal Investigations Unit, Southern Patrol District, and the Administrative Support Section, the Special Projects Section, as well as the PAL, and most recently, commander of the Administrative Branch. Lieutenant Colonel Jameson earned a Bachelor's of Science degree in Business Administration with a concentration in management from York College of Pennsylvania. The Lieutenant Colonel has attended numerous law enforcement trainings and seminars during his career. He is a member of the International Association of Chiefs of Police, a founding member of the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund, a lifetime member of the International German-American Police Association, and a 1999 graduate of the Senior Management Institute for Police. The Lieutenant Colonel is a Mothers Against Drunk Driving Lifetime Achievement Award winner, has earned a Distinguished Unit Citation Award, a Distinguished Pistol Master Award, and 5 annual Physical Fitness Awards. Lieutenant Colonel has also been recognized for 21 consecutive years of perfect attendance. Lieutenant Colonel Jameson is responsible for implementing the school resource officer at Middletown High School, authoring the community policing enhancement policy, and preparing the racial profiling module for the Division of Police. The Lieutenant Colonel is a master police instructor, still to this day instructing at the Newcastle County Police Academy. Lieutenant Colonel Jameson's dedication to law enforcement in the community has been further proven by the fact that he has participated in the law enforcement torch run and the cops run each year since the inception of these events. He is also an active member of the Blood Bank of Delmarva, where over the course of his adult life he has donated over 6 gallons of blood. Lieutenant Colonel Jameson lives in Newark and is a proud father of 2 daughters, Sarah and Lauren, who are joining us here today, and even a prouder grandfather to his granddaughter Audrey. Pinning Lieutenant Colonel Jameson's badge today will be Ken Jameson. Lieutenant Colonel Matthew Jameson. Captain Patricia A. Davis. Patricia Davies has been promoted to the rank of captain. Captain Davies began her career with the Newcastle County Division of Police in 1994. During her career, Captain Davies has been assigned to the Patrol Division and the Criminal Investigations Division as a detective in the Family Services Squad. And she also served in the Criminal Investigations Division as a member of the Persons Squad. Captain Davies was promoted to sergeant in 2005 and served as a supervisor in both the Patrol and Criminal Investigations Divisions. After being promoted to lieutenant in 2012, Captain Davies has served as a patrol squad commander, the patrol executive officer, and the chief's executive officer. Captain Davies is currently assigned as the commander of the Criminal Investigations Unit. Captain Davies holds a Bachelor's of Science degree in Criminal Justice from Westchester University. She is a graduate of the 2009 West Point Command and Leadership School and the FBI Leader Command Institute. She is a graduate of the 56th session of the Senior Management Institute for Police. Captain Davies was selected to attend the Senior Leadership Seminar at the College of Policing in Sunningdale, Berkshire, England for later this winter. During her career, Captain Davies has been a participant of the Police Unity Tour. She has also been awarded a Commendation of Bravery, 1 Physical Fitness Award, 2 2 commendations of merit, 3 unit citations, and was the recipient of the FBI Lead a Trilogy Award in 2014. Captain Davies is a certified police instructor and has served as a member of the Police Executive Research Forum and the FBI Law Enforcement Executive Development Association. The captain is a member of the National Association of Women in Law Enforcement and the Mid-Atlantic Women in Law Enforcement Association, as well as a member of the International Association of Chiefs of Police. Captain Davies lives in Newcastle and will be pinned by her sister, Karen Davies. Lieutenant Gerald Tatum. Gerald Tatum has been promoted to the rank of police lieutenant. Lieutenant Tatum began his career with the Newcastle County Police in November of 2001. He has been assigned to the Patrol Division and the Professional Development Unit. He first served in the Patrol Division as a police officer and later as a field training officer. Lieutenant Tatum served in the Professional Development Unit as the training coordinator and the personnel officer. After being promoted to the rank of sergeant in 2010, he again served in the Patrol Division as a patrol supervisor and was then assigned to the Newcastle County Police Academy, where he served as the Academy Commander. Lieutenant Tatum has been awarded 2 unit citations and 1 Director's Award. He is a graduate of Temple University, where he earned a Bachelor's of Business Administration degree. He is also a graduate of the New Jersey Chiefs of Police School of Command Leadership. Lieutenant Tatum resides in Bear with his wife and 6 children. Pinning Lieutenant Tatum's badge today will be his wife, Daphne. Lieutenant Gerald Taylor. Sergeant Jason Wilson. Jason Wilson has been promoted to the rank of police sergeant. Sergeant Wilson was hired as a complaint services officer, which is a civilian position, for the Division of Public Safety in January of 2002. In November of 2002, he transitioned when he was hired as a sworn police officer, and after graduating the police academy, he was assigned to Patrol Squad D. In December of 2006, Sergeant Wilson was transferred from the Patrol Division into the Criminal Investigations Unit, where he served as a detective in Family Services, cyber exploitation, and most recently, the Tech Crime Squad. Detective Sergeant Wilson was awarded a unit citation and a heroism award during his career. Sergeant Wilson is a graduate of the Law Enforcement Innovation Center's Cybercrime Academy and the National Computer Forensic Institute's Basic Forensic Computer Examiner course. Sergeant Wilson resides in Avondale, Pennsylvania with his 3 daughters, Morgan, Haley, and Molly. Could his 3 daughters please come forward, because they will be pinning Sergeant Wilson's badge today. Sergeant Jason Wilson. Sergeant Aaron Brown. Aaron Brown. Aaron Brown has been promoted to the rank of police sergeant. Sergeant Brown has been employed with the Newcastle County Division of Police since 2004. During her career with the Newcastle County Police, Sergeant Brown has been assigned to the Uniform Patrol Division, where she served as a field training officer. Sergeant Brown has also served in the Criminal Investigations Unit as a detective in both the Family Services Squad as well as the Property Squad. Sergeant Brown has attended various law enforcement training seminars, including numerous interview and interrogation seminars, and attended several additional seminars that focused in the area of child abuse investigation. Sergeant Brown is a certified police instructor teaching domestic violence at the Newcastle County Police Academy and also for the Delaware Public Safety High School. Sergeant Brown has been awarded a Departmental Life-Saving Award and a letter of commendation during her career. Sergeant Brown graduated from the University of Delaware in 2002 with a bachelor's degree in elementary education. She resides in Newark with her daughter Reagan. Sergeant Brown's badge will be pinned by her daughter Reagan, accompanied by her mother, Mary Brown. Sergeant Aaron Brown. Yes, Sergeant Melvin, we do plan to promote you. Bide your time, okay? Sergeant Ernest W. Melvin, Jr. Ernest Melvin Jr. has been promoted to the rank of police sergeant. Sergeant Melvin is a 17-year veteran of the police department and has served in the patrol division as a member of the mobile enforcement team and in the criminal investigations unit as a member of both the drug control squad and the major crime squad. Sergeant Melvin currently serves as a firearms instructor as well as a vehicle stops instructor, teaching during both the police academy and annual in-service trainings. Sergeant Melvin formerly served as a taser instructor and an ASP baton instructor for the division for several years. Sergeant Melvin is currently a member of the division's crisis negotiation team. During his career, Sergeant Melvin has received 4 unit citations, 2 commendations of merit, and the Kiwanis Officer of the Quarter Award. Sergeant Melvin resides in Dover, and pinning his badge today will be his wife, Natalie. Sergeant Ernest Melvin, Jr. That concludes the badge presentation for the Division of Police. Thank you, Colonel Setting. I'd now like to call the Chief of Emergency Medical Services, Chief Lawrence Tan, to the podium for some brief remarks on the presentation of badges for the Division of Emergency Medicine.
Thank you, Lieutenant. County Executive Gordon, Attorney General Den, Councilman Street, and the other members of council are present, members of the department staff and executive staff, and other public safety groups, certainly our honorees and their families today. Congratulations. It is certainly commendable that you're getting recognized for your commitment to both the Department of Public Safety as well as your respective organizations and divisions within the department. I'd also just like to take a moment to thank the families for their support of today's honorees. We certainly recognize that over time you've made sacrifices not only with their performance of their daily job duties and responsibilities, but certainly as they prepare themselves to move up within the organizations and accept additional responsibility. So we're also celebrating your support as well. Congratulations. And without further ado, if Senior Lieutenant Joseph Dudley from the EMS Division can come forward for the presentation of the EMS Division code.
Good afternoon. I'd like to call up Assistant Chief Mark P. Austin. Assistant Chief Mark P. Austin, Nationally Registered Paramedic, was appointed to Newcastle County Emergency Medical Services in 1991 as a paramedic candidate. He attended the Medical Center of Delaware Paramedic Training Program, graduated in July 1992. He successfully completed the paramedic field certification process in September that same year. Assistant Chief Austin is a 24-year member of the Makepeace Fire Company and has held the position of EMS Lieutenant, Recording Secretary, and is presently on the Human Resource Committee and serves as the Fire Department Chaplain. During his career with Newcastle County EMS, he has maintained his instructor certification in American Heart Association CPR, Advanced Cardiac Life Support, Pediatric Advanced Life Support, Pre-Hospital Trauma Life Support, and Confined Space Rescue. Assistant Chief Austin has held assignments in field operation on both Medic 1 and Medic 8 in the city of Wilmington. He also served as field training officer for the EMS division. He was promoted to the rank of lieutenant in July of 2003. And as he has held assignments at both the shift commander in field operations and the recruitment and application process coordinator in the administration special operations section. He was promoted to EMS captain in January of 2014, where he served as executive officer in the office of the EMS chief. He was promoted to EMS Assistant Chief in May 2015 and assigned as Commander of Operations Branch. Currently, Assistant Chief Austin is assigned to the Commander, Administration Special Operations. Assistant Chief Austin has received several awards and official commendations, including the Ministry of Caring Sharing Bowl, the Jefferson Award for Public Service, and the Wilmington Award in Public Service. He has received 2 community policing awards, a commendation of heroism, several distinguished unit citations, and numerous letters of commendation from the Newcastle County Department of Public Safety. In addition, Assistant Chief Austin received the Kiwanis Award for Paramedic of the First Quarter of 2014. Over the past 24 years, Assistant Chief Austin has been instrumental in organizing the Paramedic Holiday Community Service Program, which is comprised of assembling and distributing Thanksgiving food baskets, Adopt a Child gift giving, and the Christmas party and dinner for Our Lady of Grace Children's Home. Assistant Chief has attended the University of Wyoming and Wilmington University. Additionally, he has attended the National Fire Academy for Incident Command, Management of Emergency Medical Services, and EMS Quality Improvement. He has attended the Internal Affairs School at the Institute of Law Enforcement in Dallas, Texas, and recently graduated from the West Point Command and Leadership Academy, sponsored by the New Jersey State Association of Chiefs of Police. Badging Assistant Chief Austin will be his wife, Reverend Cheryl Austin. Assistant Chief Mark P. Austin. of Lieutenant Christopher A. Johnson. Lieutenant Christopher A. Johnson, nationally registered paramedic, was appointed to the Newcastle County Emergency Medical Services in 2002 as a paramedic candidate while attending the Delaware Technical and Community College paramedic program. He graduated from Delaware Technical and Community College and received the award for the paramedic program's outstanding graduate. He successfully completed the field certification process in November of that same year. Lieutenant Johnson has been assigned in field operations on Medic 1 in the city of Wilmington, Medic 4 in North Wilmington, Medic 2 in Newcastle, and Medic 3 in Newark area. Lieutenant Johnson served as a field training officer prior to his promotion to paramedic sergeant in July of 2013, where he was assigned as a field supervisor on Platoon 3. He was promoted to lieutenant in May of 2015 and is currently assigned to the Administrative Special Operations Branch as the recruitment, application processing, and field training coordinator. Lieutenant Johnson is a member of the Aetna Hose, Hook, and Ladder Company in Newark, where he has held the position of Deputy Chief of EMS, overseeing their basic life support EMS program. He was a member of the University of Delaware Emergency Care Unit, where he served in various roles, including coordinator of the organization. During his time in Newark, Lieutenant Johnson served as the EMS coordinator for the University of Delaware football games from 2000 to 2009. He is a member of the National Collegiate EMS Foundation, where he has taught at national conferences and held positions as director and national conference coordinator. In addition to holding a nationally registered paramedic certification, Lieutenant Johnson holds instructor certification in the methods of instruction, advanced life support field training officer, pre-hospital trauma life support, international trauma life support, American Heart Association CPR, and advanced cardiac life support. Lieutenant Johnson has attended the National Fire Academy EMS Command School, Maryland Fire and Rescue Institute, National Fire EMS Staff and Command Course, and various other EMS schools. He is certified child passenger safety seat technician and is trained in critical incident stress management at both the basic and advanced group levels. Recently, Lieutenant Johnson graduated from the West Point Command and Leadership Academy, sponsored by the New Jersey State Association of Chiefs of Police. He was the first non-law enforcement graduate to receive the Chief Harry Wild Academic Achievement Award for the cohort. Lieutenant Johnson has received several awards and commendations, including a Distinguished Unit Citation, Life Saving Award, several letters of commendation from the EMS Division, and several pre-hospital sudden cardiac arrest save citations. Lieutenant Johnson received the Kiwanis Award for Paramedic of the Third Quarter in 2012. Lieutenant Johnson has an associate's degree in paramedic technology from Delaware Technical and Community College, a bachelor's degree in exercise physiology from the University of Delaware, and is currently completing his master's degree in management with a concentration of organizational leadership at Wilmington University. Lieutenant Johnson lives in Townsend with his wife Tina and daughters Bailey and Ashley, and his wife Tina will be pinning his badge this afternoon. Lieutenant Christopher A. Johnson.
That concludes the badge presentation for the Division of Emergency Medical Services. Thank you, Chief Tan and Senior Lieutenant Doe. I'd now like to call the Chief of Emergency Communications, Chief Jeffrey Miller, to the podium for some brief remarks and then a presentation of badges.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, and I will keep it short. Don't need to thank everyone for attending again. But I thought it important to highlight that in the months preceding Executive Gordon taking over county government again, we had spent 24 months trying to fill the 4 positions that you're going to see people be promoted to today, which are police telecommunicators and police dispatchers. We evaluated our training program. We've changed the way we train. We've changed the way we hire thanks to help from our HR department and our executive staff support. But the good news is we're hiring from within. The people you'll see promoted today were telecommunicators, call 911 call operators. They became very proficient with our CAD system, policies and procedures, and now we're hiring from within to fill these dispatch positions and becoming much more successful. So it's the support from our county executive and our HR staff and the county executive staff, CA of Grimaldi. It's indicative of their support towards our career development is why we have a successful promotion today. So thank you for that.
Eli Stewart. Eli was hired by Newcastle County as a public safety operator on November 4th of 2013. On January 19th of this year, he was promoted to police dispatcher. He resides in Bear, Delaware, with his wife, Mary Jane, and his daughter, Isabel. Fitting him today will be his wife, Mary Jane. Telecommunicator Eli Stewart. Eric Larson. May 27, 2008, Eric was hired as a Newcastle County Public Safety Operator. On February of this year, he was promoted to telecommunicator of the police. He is an EMT firefighter and a member of the Cranston Heights Fire Company. He resides in Stanton, Delaware. Fitting in badge today will be Chief Miller. Anissa Michaels. Anissa started a career with Newcastle County on May 27th of November 4th of 2013 as a public safety operator. February 16th of this year, she was promoted as a police dispatcher. She resides in Wilmington, Delaware with her husband, Noel, and his son, Garrett. Fitting her today will be her husband, Noel. Telecommunicator Anissa Michaels. Morgan Carlisle. On October 3rd, 2011, Morgan was hired in Newcastle County as a public safety operator. April 27th of this year, she was promoted to telecommunicator police. She resides in Townsend, Delaware, with her husband, also called Morgan. Fitting her badge today will be her husband, Morgan. Telecommunicator Morgan Carlisle.
Thank you, County Executive Director Chief Miller. I'd like to recognize Newcastle County President Bullock, who joined us here today. Thank you very much for coming. Again, thank everybody for coming and joining us today and celebrating this great occasion. Congratulations to all the promotees again. We ask that you now join us, if you care to, for some light refreshments. Thank you for all in short. Thank you.